Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Yes, we've got more exciting changes in real life in Formula 1 this weekend, as for the first time since 1996 we return to Portugal for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Now of course in 1996 it was run at Estoril, and this Sunday the race will be run at Portimao. Well, I thought I'd take a look at both circuits and see the differences between the two before the race this Sunday. Okay, so even though it wasn't included in the season in 97, it is actually included in Formula 1 97, the video game. Yes, even though it was cancelled by the FIA, because when the game came out they didn't quite know whether it was going to be included, so they just popped it in anyway, which is great to see. So we're going to do a lap of Estoril in John Alesi's Benetton car, of course, from 1997. Now, the race will have been run in 97 on November the 9th. The circuit length is 2.709 miles, or 4.360 kilometres for the Americans, and the race length is 70 laps. In 1996, the Grand Prix result was pole position for Damon Hill with a 1 minute 20.330 seconds, and the winner was Jacques Villeneuve in 1 hour 40 minutes and 22 seconds. Now, what I remember this circuit is it's got a very complicated section where you have to go into the braking zone and then you have to sort of climb up a hill, do a sharp left, then do a sharp right, and you're still braking all the time you're doing it. I think we're just about to come up to it I'll think about now actually. As you go round to the right hand side, here you go, now you've got to brake now, and then you've got to do a left, and then you've got to do a sharp right, and it was very difficult, very difficult indeed at Estoril. Anyway, John Alesi is getting close to finishing his lap, as you can see. I think the times were about 1 minute 17 to 1 minute 20 mark in 1997, of course. And we're just about to see now. So there's a lap of the circuit with John Alesi at the old circuit at Estoril in 1997. Fantastic. Okay, then let's do a quick race, quick 5-lap race, of course, as we were on the game anyway. Why not? Why not indeed? So off we go then from the back of the field. I've got no idea if we've got the damage on or anything like that, because I just went straight into the default settings. I think the damage is off. Contact, yes, the damage is definitely off, because the wing hasn't come off. As anyone who's played this game will know, the wings come off pretty sharpishly indeed. So yes, while I was just looking at this game and looking actually on the 97 season, I just noticed about the engines. Now, of course, as we know, we're in a bit of a crisis with engines in 2020. But just look at the engine manufacturers in 1997. I've just got to go over to the laptop and just spin myself around a bit. Let's switch it on. Now, look, in 1997, we had this amount of engine suppliers. We had Yamaha. These are all V10s, by the way, don't forget. Yes, the glory days, V10s. We had Yamaha. We had the Renault RS9, of course, in the Williams. We had the Ferrari. We also had the Mercedes F011E. We had Peugeot. We had Mugen Honda. We had Ford. We had Hart. And I think that was it. And two other variations of the Ford Z-Tech engine as well. That's what we had in 1997. What have we got in 2020? Not a bloody lot. Not a lot, no. We've got Honda, which is just about to pull out. And then that just leaves Ferrari, Renault and Mercedes. What a come down it has been. What a come down it has been. And just goes to prove what I've said in the past about how these engines just haven't worked. They just haven't worked at all. And we need to come up with some new ideas for future championships, because this is just a ridiculous situation now. Absolutely ridiculous. You've got Christian Horner begging Renault to come back, and it's all getting very messy now. Very messy. In fact, I do hear that Red Bull want to take over the Honda engines themselves when the deal runs out after 2021. Now, of course, that's a good idea, but anyone who remembers 1998 when Williams took over the Mechachrome engines, it was pretty much a disaster for Williams in 1998. Yes. In fact, Jacques Villeneuve ended up pretty much a midfielder all season. Now, of course, there's a lot of regulation changes in 1998. And, of course, Adrian Newey produced an absolutely mint of a car in the McLaren. But it still didn't help Williams' progress trying to get back up into the field. And it took them years to recover from that until they went, of course, with BMW in, I think it was 2000. Yes. So, anyway, let's have a look now at Portimao. This is a circuit that they will be running this weekend. Now, of course, this was the next time we saw it, at least in PlayStation land, and it's on Grid 2. Yes, Grid 2. Unfortunately, I haven't got a Formula 1 car to go around on Grid 2, so we're just going to have to choose the stock car that comes with the game. So it's away we go then for a lap of the circuit at Portimao. Now, one of the things I have noticed is this is a very, very tight right-hander just coming up into turn 1. Let's have a look down and see just how tight it is. Oh, contact, very, very tight indeed. I can see Valtteri Bottas on Sunday going straight into that barrier. I hope that barrier has been removed. Now, of course, I'm not quite sure whether this is the actual circuit they will be using on Sunday. But it will, of course, be a variation of this circuit as we just now sort of climb up a hill section. Now, of course, this circuit has also been used, I do believe, in Motorsport Manager, and it was in Project Cars 2 as well. But this was the first time it was actually seen in PlayStation land, anyway, in Grid 2, ironically enough. Yes, Grid 2, because, of course, it wasn't even a Formula 1 circuit when this game came out. I'm not too sure about that bit either. I think they may have had to do a little bit of improvement before the race on Sunday to that bit, because that looks a little bit messy, that turn there, a little bit messy. Anyway, here we go into the next turn. It's got some very, very undulating corners, as you can see, and there's quite a few dips as you go down and sort of climb up hills again. So it looks like it could be quite a good circuit for the F1 drivers this Sunday. We will have to see how they do, of course. We will have to see how they do. But what's your predictions? Well, we know who's going to win it. It's going to be Lulu. Little Lulu's going to win it like he always does. Yes, good little Lulu. Oh my goodness, did you see that? That car just came out of nowhere. Anyway, that is a lap of the Portimao circuit on Grid 2. And we're just going to go into a couple more laps just to get acclimatised to the circuit. Of course, this was the first time I actually went out and drove this circuit, because I haven't even played Grid 2 yet. No, haven't got round to it. So as you can look at that first turn, though, that is very, very tight indeed. Oh my goodness, yes. Valtteri will be in that wall. Or maybe Sebastian. Maybe Sebastian Vettel may be in there as well. It could be quite a cluster. On Sunday on the Grand Prix. So I am looking forward to this, I have to say. One of the things that has sort of pepped up Formula 1 this year has unfortunately been... Well, I can't actually say what it actually has been because YouTube won't let me, but we all know what's happening around the world. And because of this, it has really sort of spiced up the pecking order of Formula 1 at the moment, I have to say. And they should really come back to some more of these circuits next year and get rid of the more boring ones, because it really has made a sort of spectacle. I mean, Nürburgring was great, I have to say. Nürburgring was absolutely fantastic. And they need to put that straight back on the calendar right now. And get rid of Vietnam. Well, they haven't even raced it yet, but no, just get rid of it. No, we don't like that one. That one's horrible, absolutely horrible. The Dutch circuit, the new Dutch circuit, that's not too bad. We like that one. That's growing on us. But Vietnam, no, we don't like that at all, do we, lads? No, not at all. Anyway, we're just trying to get past there. These are all muscle cars in Grid 2. Yes, all muscle cars as we complete the second lap now of this Portimao circuit. I'm really looking excited for this weekend's Grand Prix. I have to say, I am feeling excited because this is going to be something new. I'm a great... Oh my goodness, very, very wide there, very, very wide indeed. Crashed straight into the barrier. I do believe that Formula 1 should actually sort of pep up their schedule and sort of change tracks around and, you know, do all that, because it really does sort of add a bit of spice to Formula 1, whereas if you just keep putting the same 22 tracks on the calendar every year, everyone goes, oh god, no, we're going to Monza again, or sorry Monza fans, sorry, but you know, it is there every year. And then of course there's Monaco. Let's not talk about Monaco, but yeah, I have no idea why it is still in Formula 1. Apart from the money, of course. But of course they're not making much money at the moment. Well, possibly next year when it comes back we'll have Monaco again. But yes, no spectators, so it's not going to be much of a Monaco. So I'm not quite sure whether that'll actually be on the calendar next year. We'll have to wait and see about that. The way things are going at the moment, it all looks a little bit dicey. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, everyone. This was just a quick sneak little peek at the Portimao circuit on Grid 2, which of course is what the Formula 1 drivers will be racing this Sunday. And I have to say, I cannot wait. My expectation is up to about 7, which usually for a Formula 1 race on a Sunday is about 3 right now. About 3, yes, because we always know that little Lulu is going to win it. and everyone else is going to be behind him, so it's a little bit boring. Anyway, it hasn't been too bad a season in 2020 so far, I have to say. It hasn't been a classic, but it hasn't been too bad. So we will see on Sunday and see exactly what happens with the drivers. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You've been awesome as always. Thanks for the support, everyone, and I will catch you later.